So hi there students, welcome back again to another video lesson for Grade 9 Mathematics Quarter 4. So after nating ma-discuss yung angles of elevation and angles of depression, so we'll now move on to next video lesson, which is using trigonometric ratios to solve word problems involving right triangles. So dito, makikita nyo pa rin naman yung application ng previous discussions natin. Kaya lang, syempre, ang focus natin dito is yung mga real-life problems. So let's start. So for the lesson objective, we will solve problems involving right triangles. So let us have problem number 1. Find the length of the missing parts of the triangle below. So we have the right triangle XYZ. So right triangle XYZ, wherein the right angle is angle Z. So hahanapin natin dito yung sukat ng missing parts ng triangle. So yung pinaka-obvious dito na pwede nating makuha agad is yung sukat ng angle Y. Okay. So in order to determine the measure of angle Y, we will subtract the measure of angle X, which is 52 degrees by 90. Okay, so kasi yung sum ng interior angles ng triangle is 180. And etong ating right angle dito is 90 degrees na agad. Kasi right angle siya. So para makuha yung sukat ng angle Y, so 90 degrees minus the measure of angle X. So the measure of angle X is 52 degrees. Kaya isa-subtract lang natin yon. Therefore, the measure of angle Y is 38 degrees. So sulat natin dito 38 degrees. Next, let's have the measure of X, yung ating side. Okay, so in order to determine the measure of X, so gagamit tayo dito ng function which is yung tangent. Okay, kasi given dito yung adjacent side. Given kasi dito yung 52 degrees. So yung 52 degrees, yung opposite side niya is yung X. So ibig sabihin yung X natin dito ang magsisilbing opposite side. And then yung Y is equal to 23 ang magsisilbi namang adjacent. Yung hypotenuse kasi ito yung Z. So gamitin natin yung tangent. So tangent X is equal to opposite over adjacent. Next, yung measure ng angle natin is 52 degrees, di ba? So tangent 52 degrees is equal to opposite denoted by X over the adjacent side measures 23. Next, cross multiply tayo. So that will be X is equal to 23 times tangent 52 degrees. Okay. 23 times the value of tangent 52. So i-press lang natin sa calcu, that is tangent 52 degrees. And then the approximate value is 1.2799. And then multiply natin by 23. So the answer is 29.44. So approximate value lang po tayo for X, 29.44. So next naman natin kukunin dito is yung value or measure ng hypotenuse. So since nakuha na natin yung X and then given naman yung Y, so pwede na natin gamitin yung Pythagorean theorem. So Pythagorean theorem. So wherein that is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Okay, so yung a natin dito is yung x. So that is x squared plus y squared is equal to z squared. So the measure of x is approximately 29.44 plus yung y naman 23. And then yung missing natin is yung hypotenuse. So kuhanin lang natin yung square nung 29.44. And that is 866.7136 plus yung square ng 23, that is 529. Then i-add lang natin, so 866.7136 plus 529. So we'll get a sum of 1,395. So 1,395.7136. And then we need to extract both sides. So kukunin natin square root ng ating sum. So square root of 1,395.7136, that is approximately equal to 37.36. So kitang-kita nyo naman, ang nakuha nating sukat na hypotenuse is greater than the measure of the two legs. So let's have problem number 2. So the length and width of a rectangle are 24 decimeter and 7 decimeter respectively. So for question letter A, so what is the measure of the diagonal? So ito po yung ating illustration para makita nyo alin ang length and width. So ayan, so yung length natin is 24 decimeter. Kung gaano kahaba, and width kung gaano naman kalawak. So we are asked to find the measure of the diagonal. So yung diagonal natin dito, i-denote natin siya as D. Okay. Or C. Yan, sige, C. So para makuha natin yung sukat ng diagonal, we'll just simply use Pythagorean theorem. So that is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Next. So yung a natin dito is 7. So that is 7 decimeter square plus the square of 24 decimeters. So 7 decimeter times 7 decimeter, that is 49 square decimeter plus the square of 24 decimeters is 576 square decimeters. Then finally, we'll add, so 49 plus 576, that is 625 square decimeter equals c squared. And then we will extract both sides. So the square root of 625 square decimeters is 25 decimeters. So perfect square po kasi siya. 25 times 25 is 625 decimeters. Therefore, the measure of the diagonal is 25 decimeters. So for the second question, what is the measure of the angle made by the diagonal and the longer leg? So yung measure ng diagonal natin, yung na-solve lang natin kanina, is 25 decimeters. And then yung longer leg natin measures 24 decimeters. So yung longer leg natin measures 24 decimeters, and then yung shorter leg naman natin is 7 decimeters. Now, we're asked to find the measure of the angle, yung nakamark as θ. theta. Ayan, yan po yung ating hinahanap na sukat. So, kung yan yung theta and then 25 decimeters ang magsisilbing hypotenuse, yun naman kanyang longer leg ang magsisilbing adjacent side. Kasi itong 7 decimeters na to ang kanyang opposite side. So, kung given yung adjacent side and then yung hypotenuse, ang gagamitin natin is cosine. So, cosine theta, that is adjacent over hypotenuse. So, adjacent measures 24 decimeters and then hypotenuse measures 25 decimeters. So, kapag dinivide natin yung 24 by 25, we'll get 0.96. Okay. So, para makuha natin yung sukat ng angle, so i-press nyo lang po sa calcu shift and then cosine. And then dilito po dapat ganito. Sa calcu nyo dapat ganito ang lumitaw. Cosine raised to negative 1 parenthesis 0.96. Okay. So, yan po dapat ang lumitaw. So, and then, kapag pinrest nyo sa calcu yung cosine raised to negative 1, tas parenthesis 0.96, so yung sukat po ng angle na hinahanap natin is 16.26. 16.26 degrees. So, yun po yung measure ng angle made by the diagonal and the longer leg. So, kung mapapansin nyo, yung opposite side niya is 7 decimeters. So, ang ano kasi natin, yung opposite nung shorter leg, yun yung shorter angle. So, kabaliktaran naman, yung opposite nung shorter angle is yung shorter or shortest side. So, let's have problem number 3. So, a ladder is leaning against a wall with an angle of elevation of 61 degrees and 35 minutes. If the distance from the wall to the foot of the ladder is 12 feet, what is the length of the ladder? So, yung hagdan daw is nakasandal daw siya sa isang pader na ang angle of elevation na na-form is 61 degrees and 35 minutes. So, if the distance from the wall to the foot of the ladder is 12 feet, ibig sabihin nun, sa pinaka-ibaba, pinaka-base ng wall ng pader, from the foot of the ladder, ang distance nun is 12 feet. So, ito siya, using illustration. So, ayan. Yung hagdan natin, ayan. Kitang-kita naman. So, nag-form po siya ng angle of elevation na 61 degrees and 35 minutes. And then, ito yung base nung pader. Ito siya. Ito yung base niya. And then, ito naman yung foot ng ladder. So, yung distance niyan, yung from the wall to the foot of the ladder is yan, 12 feet. So, ang tanong natin, gaano daw kahaba yung hagdan? Okay. So, kung i-analyze natin yung angle of elevation natin, yung theta, ayan. Ayan siya. And then, etong 12 feet naman na ito ang magsisilbing adjacent side niya. So, hindi natin kailangan dito yung opposite side kasi hindi naman tinatanong gaano kataas yung pader. So, ang meron dito yung adjacent side niya tsaka yung hypotenuse denoted by M. So, yung M ang hinahanap natin, yung kung gaano kahaba yung ladder. So, kung given yung hypotenuse tsaka adjacent side, ang gagamitin nating function is cosine, yung K. So, that is cosine theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. And then, cosine 61 degrees and 35 minutes is equal to 12 feet over yung hypotenuse natin denoted by M. So, cross multiply. So, magiging ganito siya. Cosine 61 degrees and 35 minutes. M is equal to 12 feet. Ayan. And then, divide natin both sides by cosine 61 degrees and 35 minutes. Okay. So, kapag dinivide natin yan, dito magiging M na lang. And then 12 feet all over yung value ng cosine 61 degrees and 35 minutes. So, press lang natin sa calcu cosine and then 61 and then yung degree symbol and then ilagay ulit natin 35 and then degree symbol ulit. So, ganyan po dapat ang lumitaw. Cosine 61 degrees and 35 minutes. So, cosine 61 degrees, 35 minutes, that is equal to 0.4759. So, diretso lang natin sa calcu, pwede naman. So, 12 divided by cosine 61 degrees and 35 minutes. And then, ang lilitaw pong sagot is 25.22 feet. Okay, so ni-round up natin yung sagot to the nearest hundredths. So, ibig sabihin po, yung haba ng ladder is 25, approximately equal to 25.22 feet. So, next problem. So, two legs of an isosceles triangle measures 34.5 centimeters and the vertex angle is 52 degrees. Find the length of the base of the triangle. So, yan po yung ating illustration for isosceles triangle. Kapag sinabi nating isosceles triangle, this is a triangle wherein two legs are congruent. So, yung legs natin, ito, imamark lang natin sila. Ayan, para makikita nyo. Ibig sabihin, kung 34.5 centimeters ang sukat ng isang leg, yung kabilang leg, ganun din po ang sukat. And then, yung base ng triangle, ito siya. And then, yung vertex angle na sinasabi is ito po, which measures 52 degrees. So, since meron tayong perpendicular bisector dito, so, ayan, binisect niya yung triangle dun sa base, nag-form po yun nung tinatawag na right angle. Okay, so yung 52 degrees na yan, magiging 26 degrees na lang kasi magkakaroon ng dalawang right triangle. So, and then, ito naman, mga angles na nasa baba ang magsisilbing base angles. So, possible ba na makuha natin yung sukat niyan? Yes po, kasi base angles are always congruent. So, kung 26 degrees ang sukat ng isang angle, 90 naman yung right. So, anong sukat ng isang angle? That is 64 degrees. Paano nakuha yon? 90 minus 26. Okay. Now, ang kailangan nating kuhanin dito is yung base ng angle. So, i-denote natin yung base as B. And then, since hinahanap natin, ina-apply natin dito is right triangle, okay, so mahahati yung isosceles triangle sa gitna na magpo-form ng dalawang right triangle. So, i-denote natin yung hati na yan as A. So, ito A, and then A. So, para makuha yung sukat ng base, so dapat i-add natin yung dalawang A na yon. So, or simply B is equal to 2A. Ayan. And then, i-consider lang natin dito is yung isang side dito. Wherein given yung ano niya, yung mga sukat. Kasi pareho lang naman din yon. So, kung yung 34.5 centimeters dito ang magsisilbing hypotenuse ng ating right triangle, and then yung A naman ang magsisilbing adjacent, so ang function na gagamitin natin is cosine. Okay, so paano yon? So cosine 64 degrees, that is adjacent over hypotenuse. So yung adjacent side natin dito yung unknown. And then yung hypotenuse natin dito is 34.5 centimeters. Okay, so cross multiply lang natin. So magiging ganito siya. A is equal to 34.5 centimeters times cosine 64 degrees. So press lang natin sa calcu kasi hindi naman special angle yung 64 degrees. So cosine 64 degrees, the approximate value is 0.4384. So and then multiply by 34.5 centimeters. So we'll get 15.12 centimeters. Okay, so approximately equal to 15.12 centimeters. Yun yung sukat ng A. So para makuha natin yung base angle, yung sukat ng base ng triangle, so gamitin natin yung B is equal to 2A, yung kanina. So A plus A, that is 2A. So ibig sabihin, yung nakuha nating sukat for A, i-multiply lang natin by 2. Therefore, the measure of the base angle, base of the triangle is 30.24 centimeters. So approximate lang po yan. So let's have the next problem, number 2. So from the top of an airport control tower, an airplane is sighted on the ground below. So the angle of depression of the airplane from the top of the control tower is 56 degrees. If the airplane is 200 meters away from the base of tower, find the height of the tower. So ito po ang kanyang illustration. So ito po yung ano natin, control tower. Ayan. So hindi natin alam kung ano yung height niya. So, yun po yung unknown. And then yung airplane, ayan, nandito sa ibaba. Ayan. So yung angle of depression from the top of the airport control tower is 56 degrees. So sa itaas, sa ibaba, papunta sa ibaba, na nakikita niya yung airplane, that is nag-form siya ng 56 degrees na angle of depression. And then yung layo ng airplane dun sa base ng tower sa ibaba, ito, is 200 meters. Now, how do we find the height of the tower? Okay, so sabi ko nga, yung angle of depression and elevation is pareho lang ng sukat. So, this is also 56 degrees. Next, para makuha yung height ng tower, so ang gagamitin nating function is tangent pa rin. Kasi kung ito yung 56 degrees, ayun yung opposite side niya, yung x. Ito naman yung adjacent side, yung 200 meters. Kaya naman, ang gagamitin talaga natin is tangent. So, tangent theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So, yung given angle natin, 56 degrees, that will become tangent 56 degrees. Equals, yung opposite natin, ito po yung nawawala. So, that is x over Yung adjacent side natin measures 200 meters. Ano ang next natin? Cross multiply. So, ang mangyayari ganito. X is equal to 200 meters times tangent 56 degrees. Okay, so sulat lang natin dito. So, x is equal to 200 meters times the value of tangent 56 degrees. So, press lang natin sa calcu, tangent 56 degrees. So, that is approximately equal to 4,826. So, multiply lang natin sila. Ang makukuhang sagot natin is 296.51. So, meters. So, yan po yung approximate height ng tower. 296.51 meters. So, for our next video lesson, we will be illustrating law of sines. So, yung law of sines and cosines na yan, so, pinag-aaralan din po yan sa trigonometry. It's because meron kasi tayong mga triangles na hindi naman right. Okay, hindi naman sila right triangles. So, tinatawag sila as oblique triangles, wherein wala tayong makikitang right triangle. So, kasi kapag right triangles yung mga triangles natin, so pwede natin i-apply yung mga concepts na natutunan natin, like yung trigonometric ratios of special angles. So, i-discuss ko po yung law of sines na yan, and then yung law of cosines, and then after that, we will solve word problems using these laws, as well as yung word problems involving oblique triangles. So, yun lang. Maraming salamat.